early Sunday morning in Ice House Canyon, and we just started off on the hike to Ontario Peak. You know, I'm not really surprised, but for being towards the end, or past the end of summer, and it hasn't rained here, but the water level's so good right now.
Yeah. Maybe a tiny bit, right?
Maybe a little.
Yeah. The weather's been so weird though.
But this place will be full of snow before too long.
Oh, really?
This whole canyon. Yep, water level's very good. All right, we're starting to make our way up the mountain. We're already past the creek and starting to head up towards the higher elevations. Actually, there still is a trickle of water right there, but the creek's disappearing. I've been coming on this trail all my life, and this trail never gets easier because it's pretty steep in a lot of places. It looks easy on a map. I look at the map and I say, oh yeah, I got that. But then once I start doing it, it's a different story. See you in a bit. We're just making it to the saddle right now. This is the top of the canyon. This represents about half the hike to Ontario Peak. We're gonna take a 15-minute break here and then head on to Kelly's camp and to the summit saddle, and then on to Ontario Peak.
Go up there, right?
That way. Well, how you guys doing so far?
Good. Fantastic.
You know, this is a good spot here to camp.
Yeah.
Up here. Look at,
Can you?
yeah. I don't think you're allowed to have fire though. This is a major trail junction. This way, you go to all the way to Mount Baldy, but there's Timber Mountain, Thunder Mountain, Telegraph Peak goes that way. You go that way, you get the Bighorn Peak, Ontario Peak. You go towards that way, you get the Cucamonga Peak. And if you go down right there, you go down over there, you get to Lytle Creek. We're now on the Kelly's Camp Trail. Okay, we made it up. What would I call this? This is like a saddle between the two peaks. Okay, came from down there. Kelly's Camp's down there. That was a long. It seemed like a longer stretch from there to here than I remember. But anyways, you know, our goal is to go right there, Ontario Peak. That's what we're gonna do today. But we're also debating whether to do two peaks in one day, and that peak right there, that's Bighorn Peak. You know, both these peaks are above 8,000 feet, I think. That's Cucamonga, that's one of the higher ones. We already did that a couple months ago. If you look this way, this is another. These mountains, let's see, right here I believe is Timber, Telegraph, Thunder Mountains might be on the other, behind that mountain. The 3Ts hiking, the 3Ts trail, that's one of my next goals. Climb all three peaks, but that probably won't be done in one day. Anyways, we're on our way to Ontario Peak right now. Nice view, huh? At this point, you're looking down on San Bernardino area, and closer that way is LA County. Absolutely stunning view.
All right.
So
Yeah. Like, that's not my name.
that's actually the peak right there, right?
That thing? I don't know.
That has to be.
I don't even know.
We keep coming across these different peaks, and we keep thinking that's the peak, the Ontario Peak, and they're not.
Yeah. Let's just climb right up there and sit. It's like, maybe.
So we think that's Ontario Peak right there. We should be almost there. That's pretty interesting right there, how this tree grows right out of a hole in the rock.
Scream. Ready? Woo!
We made it to Ontario Peak. Look at this view. Damn. This is looking west.
I wish I had tacos.
Let's see, I'm trying to identify the mountains. You got your Waterman over here.
Oh, it's a mantra.
You got Bait and Powell right there.
Oh my god.
This is one of the best beauties of Baldy that I've seen. Baldy's just right across the canyon. Let's see. There's Ice House Canyon and San Antonio Canyon. Just right across the overall canyon. That's Baldy right there. Baldy Bowl. You got Telegraph Peak there.
We made it to Ontario Peak.
Actually, these rocks right here are the highest point. So this is the actual Ontario Peak right here, these rocks. But we're settling right here. Let's see, take a look over here. Okay. I don't know if I can see it anymore. Okay. Yeah. All right. That mountain right there is Cucamonga Peak. Been fortunate enough to do that one.
Frankie, can you have some sandwich, please?
Yeah. Anyways, this is a pretty pointy, tight peak up here. It's very nice, very scenic. There's even trees right here in the middle. And then look at the view of the city. We're over Ontario and some of the San Bernardino cities over here, Inland Empire. Now, let's see, I think Ontario Peak I'm not sure exactly, but it's 8,000 and something feet. It's not quite as high as Cucamonga, but it's close, maybe within a few hundred feet. Unbelievable view up here of the city right here. LA would be more that way, but you can't quite see LA. That's just looking towards LA County. That's all she wrote, folks. Anyways, that's it. That's Ontario Peak. I was there on the way up here. I was pleasantly surprised by this hiker. I don't know him. He was coming down from Ontario Peak, and he asked me, he's all, "Why ain't I videoing?" And I'm all, "Well, I am videoing a little bit." He's all, I go, "Do you know me?" He's all, "Yeah, I see all your videos on YouTube." And I was very surprised. He watches my video. That's the first time it's ever happened. Somebody recognized me, just on the trail of recognizing me from the YouTube videos. So that put a smile on my face. Thank you. Hope you keep watching my videos. I'll try to get better at them. I do know I have a lot of goals, a lot of things I want to do in these mountains. Anyhow, Ontario Peak. Gonna eat something. Signing off.
I'll be